are you a student and you're wondering, is network marketing something that can be useful for you? Maybe you're trying to clear out some student debts or minimize them. You want to have some spare money, or maybe you want to lay some foundations now before you get to the point of having to find a job, so you've got some money behind you. Or maybe you just want something to do with some free time, something to bring you out of yourself, gain some confidence. There's many, many different benefits, I would say, to students using network marketing, but there are some issues that you could potentially face. So let me run through all of that with you, having been in the industry for over a decade now. So what I would say first of all is look at the people involved before you get involved. Network marketing, it's run by human beings. Anything that involves human beings, there are amazing human beings, there are terrible human beings, okay? There are people that are willing to make money the right way, there are people that will do anything as long as they make the money. We want to be over here, right, in the group of people who are ethical, have your best interests at heart, and the people that they're making sales to, right? So take a look at the company you're considering joining and ask yourself, who are the people that own that company? Are they good people? Do they have success? Do they have a good reputation? Or if you start to see warning signs such as they've had many, 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 many failed businesses in the past, or there's lots of negative things about them, being said, and there's proof of that, maybe that should raise an alarm bell for you to at the very least dig a little bit deeper. Also, when looking at people, who are you going to be working with? Okay, you may have a great company, but the people who are working on your campus or wherever you may be, if they're really aggressive and they're really hostile and they're trying to break away from what the ethical tactics, that's not a good situation for you to insert yourself into. You just don't need that stress and that drama in your life of people. If they're negative to others, they'll be negative to you. Why would they behave any differently? So that's rule number one. Make sure that the company and the people you're going to work with and get involved with, they have the knowledge, the approach, the expertise so you can learn from them, so you can gain some great skills as well as learning how to make some money, because those skills will really come in handy in other businesses and other pursuits throughout your life. Also, what was I going to say? Yeah, just be mindful that, this will probably be something that assists your studies. Okay, set the store accordingly, right? If you have got your eyes on a particular career and it's your dream, maybe you want to be a doctor, you want to be a teacher, I don't know, whatever, the reason you're at university or the reason you're at college, right? If that's the main purpose, make sure you set up your business so that it serves that purpose. Don't allow it to consume you and then build a big network marketing business and go, well, that's great, but that's not really my goal, and oh no, my studies have slipped. So a great way for you to do that is to be very, very mindful of your time allocation. I always believe in planning tomorrow today. So you should have a diary, whether that's digital or pen and paper, whatever you choose, calendar, right? And you should be able to see tomorrow what you're going to do and in what time slots you're going to do them in. When are you going to get up in the morning? I know that's hard for some students to commit to, but it really does help if you know how long the day is going to be, right? So when you're up, what are you going to do first? What are you going to do second? When are your lessons? When are your studies? When is recycling? And hopefully you recycle. When is revision time? You can tell it's been a long time since I was a student. When are you actually going to build a business? If you say you're going to build it for an hour because you've got an hour spare and you're shaving a bit off Netflix, make it an hour instead of Netflix. Don't make it 3 or 4 hours throughout the day and oh my goodness, now my paper is late in, right? That's not the way to go. They'll start to cannibalize each other. You'll feel this sense of pressure. So I believe if you do those two things, you can be really, especially if you're a new student, you've got like 2, 3, 4 years in your course to really build a team, you can absolutely do really well because students are such a close-knit community. You're probably at the point in your life where you're going to meet the most people and be around the most people, knowing them closely, than ever in your life. I can't think of a time that even in big companies and corporations that, the competition gets and all sorts of dynamics happen in businesses, right? But when you're a student and you're partying or you're in sports clubs, you're in lessons every day, in lectures, you're around other people, break time, socializing. This is probably the most social time in your life. Network marketing is a social business. It relies on you having a relationship with somebody so that when you make a recommendation, they take a look at this. They trust you, they know you, they like you. So I hope that you'll be ethical and you'll show people a good opportunity, but there's never going to be a time in your life where you'll have more good people around you to show this opportunity to. So if I had my time again and I was a student, I would absolutely wish I'd started network marketing. So many people that were in my life so many more frequent relationships that I had, that I could have helped those people have a plan B for themselves, built a plan B for myself in the process. It actually became my plan A, but that was my goal. At least now you have the ability to reach so many people, do some good for yourself financially and in your personal development, build a team, all the benefits that come with that. Just be mindful of those two caveats I gave you of looking at the people involved and setting your time accordingly. Hopefully that was helpful. Was that helpful? Right, old timer here is giving you some advice. I've got the beauty of hindsight, which is fantastic when you get there and you've got it. I'll be 40 next month. I'll be 40 years old, so I can still just remember my student days when I was at university, and I feel this is great advice. I hope that you take me up on it. If you're a student and you're considering network marketing, if you're not sure about companies, if you're not sure about, okay, well, I need some more advice, Richard, I'm freely available every day, okay? I'm a busy boy. It may take me a day or two to get back to you. I'm not on social media all that much, but if you message me on Facebook, I will get back to you within a day or two. I spend 10-20 minutes every now and again just going through all the messages, so I will give you some help and advice should you want it. And if you were already in network marketing and you're like, well, I want to do this better, you can go to www.authoritynetworker.com/webinar. There's a webinar. It's a couple of hours, so allocate that in your diary and your time. I'll sit down, I'll show you what works for the everyday person in this industry, hopefully give you some great ideas and some suggestions to make some results. I've personally sponsored over 750 people in this industry, built an amazing business. Those are the tactics that I did achieve those results with. Hopefully I'll see you over there. Feel free to bring your team as well. As always, go create a day in a life that counts. Always have more desires than excuses. If you're a subscriber, I'll catch you on the next one. If you like this, feel free to subscribe and put it in the eyes and ears of your team so they can duplicate. I'll see you soon. Have a great day. Bye for now.